money stay high. Go to YouTube for story time with Ray We say he's a great guy. Have a lot of fun telling you his life and blaze live. Stay high. I dare you tonight to what? To like, share, and subscribe.
What is good, Vibe Gang? How's everybody doing? All my videos are up on my reaction channel. Go check them out. I got a lot more coming tomorrow, and the day, and then the next 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 day, and then I got you. I got a lot of donos coming up, so I've been trying to get all the donos. Not all, I gotta find out, but I'm trying to get all the donos done by this week. Hopefully by this week. So there's a lot of videos coming soon. But today, let's have a little conversation. First time I cut class. This is the first time that I had the audacity, really. My kids are watching. The audacity to cut class. Cutting my learning for no reason. And that's the takeaway from this story. If you cut class, you're a loser. All right, Anthony, go to bed. Look, sometimes you gotta cut class, man. Sometimes you gotta cut some class, bro. Sometimes it gets too much. You gotta get the fuck out of this sometimes. Like, yo, I need a day. I need a day to get my everything in order mentally. Because today ain't the day. I mean, sometimes you need to. Kids need breaks too. Don't tell my son though. The first time I could cut, this had to be right in the beginning of 9th grade. I think it was like middle, not even. It's like more closer to the beginning of my 9th grade school year, towards the beginning of that year. And at this point, I was going to my classes. I was eating lunch. I already made friends with a couple of people. You know, everything was going good. Everything was calm, nothing crazy. Nothing out of this world crazy. But, you know, it was low key. At this moment, we all smoke. And I got to lunch, I think it was. Lunchtime came. And we all met up in our lunch table. Now we're not the cool kids. We're not the dorks or anything like that. We're like in the mid papi chulo chair. Like all they used to call us, what the fuck were they used to call us? Pretty boys, but in another way. They didn't use the word pretty boys, but that's pretty much what they were calling us. Because we always, you know, dress nice, match, and doing all that, you know, proper, but still with that you knows, right? So we're like in the mid-tier table, I would say. Our table is sitting literally right in the huge exit door that they have in the school to throw out the trash. And our table is right there. This particular day, it was a little breezy. It was a little cold. It was cold. And the AC wasn't working inside the school, so that shit was hot. So they opened the door to get some breeze in, right? And one of my boys said, yo, if we wanted to right now, we could get the fuck out of here. And then I was like, but guys, let's think about this. I don't think it will be behooved of us to stop from this learning experience that we're about to get in the next period. Is Anthony still listening? I started to find a route to get the fuck out of the school, right? There was like a little gate that was like, if you open a door and you look at it, it's the parking lot. It's like the trash and then a parking lot. But that parking lot, when you turn, is an open gate that you can get the fuck out of there. And then the park is right down the street. We could chill in the park for a little bit. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It says in the school manual, the kids are recommended to do exercise and to do a lot of motion, not to stay because they're sitting all day. Back problems, leg problems, circulational problems. Kids gotta go out, kids gotta move. So we were like, it was not like we were gonna go over there. We were not gonna go to a trap house. We were gonna go to the park and play some handball, exercising. In and out. Our gym wasn't sufficient enough for us because we're very active children. So we took it upon ourselves to give us another period of gym and then to come back to school to further learning our experience. Anthony gone? Okay. One of my boys has this girl that said that her parents are not home and she stayed home sick. And she called the school, act like a parent to ask for a certain student. And then, bada bim, yo, tell everybody, come to the crib. That's what happened for real. Bring Anthony back in. Bring Anthony back in. Okay. So I told everybody, guys, this is not a great idea. We go down to drop our trays, and my boy told me, if we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it now. We have to do it now because we're not gonna get another chance of an open door without an alarm going off. And I said, you know what, guys? I feel as the responsible one. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go with you to make sure that you guys don't get into real big problems. By the time Anthony leave. By the time we dropped our trays, we ran out that motherfucker. And we went through a gate and my heart's pumping. I didn't know what I was doing. I said, oh my God, I feel like a real street nigga. I felt like the most dangerous thing that I've ever done in my life at this moment has been cutting class. I'm over here. Yeah, what about it now? Nigga, I was all excited. At the same time, fearful because understand something. I go to school where my mom and my grandmother and my aunts and my cousins and everybody works and lives around. So the chances of me running into my grandmother, very high. The chances running into my mom, even higher. So we were 007 without the right training. We had to be, you know how many garbage cans I hid behind? Look like Oscar the fucking Grouch. I was all day long. Look at it. You sure that was my mom? You sure that was my mom? She's coming? Hold on. That was my mom. That was my mom. And then when I get home, I fuck with my mother. I was like, you were wearing the purple scarf today, huh? I know. I had a feeling that you were wearing it, ma. Can I go outside with my friends? Shit like that, right? So we book it out of there. Heart racing. I almost tripped. I did one of these, but I had the good shoes on, so like it stopped me. I was good, and we kept on, and we're walking real slow, like because we have to pass. In order to get to this girl, Anthony, leave. In order to get to this girl's house, we have to pass the actual front of the school. So we were just like, we don't want to walk the whole entire way to get there. So we wanted to just take the shortest way to get there quicker. The quicker we get into our house, we good. Ain't nobody gonna search there. Ain't nobody gonna look for us there. We good. I'm away from the streets. Mama and daddy could probably be popping up. Nah, we ain't doing that. Especially in that area, because my dad likes to play dominoes and shit in that area in the bodegas, drinking Coronas and shit. And Presidente con clamate. That's disgusting. That's where he was at. I'm like, yo, I'm playing risky games here. For what? Anthony, you can come back in. So we continued to walk, and I was being very careful. You know, I was telling everybody, hey, we cut class. I need to follow them. They're trying to figure this out. I'm trying to help them out. I don't want them to get hurt. So bear with me. Don't call nobody yet. Let me try to talk them into staying for their education. We get to the girl's house. We have to hit the buzzer, right? And none of us know what the fuck the number is. She never told us what apartment. She just told us which building and what street. Never the apartment number. So we're over here like, what do we do now? Because now we're exposed. Now the world, it feels like there's like Fox News and shit, helicopters and shit, lights on us. And we're about to be ambushed by our parents and grandparents and probably aunts and the nosy fucking cousins. That's what I feel like is about to happen. Yo, open this fucking door. So I told my boy, yo, give me your library card real quick. He gave it to me. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I have never done this a day in my life. Nothing. Gave it back to him. I was like, I'm out of ideas. What are we gonna fucking do? We can't walk back to school, bro. What is that? We can't walk back to school, bro. It's an impossibility to do this. Well, let's like scream her name to see maybe she can hear, because she lives in like the 3rd floor, so she might be able to hear us. I'm not gonna say her name, but Samantha, and then we just hit. So let me rewind that back a little bit. If you're gonna scream somebody's name, you have to stay out in the open for them to find you and say, I'll be down, or scream out the number that we're supposed to press in order for her to buzz us in, or buzz us in the minute that she sees us. So no. Samantha! And then we hit. Because we didn't want somebody that knows my mother or somebody that knows his mother to pop out, be like, what are you doing here? Don't you go to school? And then now the whole neighborhood knows about what's going on. Like, you heard your Enrique cut class? Yeah. Bad apple. Fucking bad apple. We risk our lives come to this country to give these fucking kids a better life, and they over here cutting class. I agree. I agree with them. Like, don't cut class. Like, I came to this country to give my kids a good living. So we Samantha, and then we did that a couple of times, and then we figured, yo, she's not gonna see us. So somebody gotta stay out. And it wasn't gonna be me. My mother's hits hurt. You understand what lightning feels? Put your tongue on a D battery. No, not a D. What's the one with the 2 plugs? That's a D. Put your tongue on a D battery, and then tell me how that feels. That's exactly how my mom's smacks feel. They're electrifying. My boy goes out. Samantha! She pops her head out. And then looks back and forth, looks at him, and she was like, give her a second. She's going to buzz it. We're going to open the door and get in. I'm going to tell you something right now, ladies and gentlemen. You don't know the feeling of salvation until you're stuck in a rock and a hard place, pretty much. Because if you keep on walking, you're going to run into somebody, because you're really getting close to your family's neighborhood where all your family lives. So you're really playing with fire if you continue to walk or do something else. So you have to find ground. You have to find cover. The minute I heard bzzz, I karate kick chopped the fuck out that door. I didn't care who I left behind. I'm a bad soldier. I didn't give a fuck if that door closed on them. I was not gonna go back to reopen it. Cause my luck, I open the door and open it, and my mom is passing right by and just looks up and says, And what are you doing here? That's the worst thing in the world that I didn't want to hear that. I know what I'm doing was wrong. But it was to protect my friends. I'm going up the stairs. Mind you, never been in this house before. Don't know where the fuck I'm going. But I found stairs and I was like, let me get high ground and let me get the fuck out of the situation. Because there was chances that you might know somebody that knows your parents. And that's not what you want. And that's the problem with living in small ass Williamsburg like that. Everybody knows everybody's mother. And who's always gonna get back to them. It may not happen the next day. Within the end of that week, she will hear about it. And she will fuck you up. So I was trying to prevent future ass whippings. My boy tells me, yep, we gotta go, is on the third floor. You went up 2 flights, come down. Get to the third floor, we go to the apartment, we knock on the fucking door. Knock, 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 knock. Oh, fuck. Open the door. The girl and her fucking parents are right there with like 3 of our people from school that went ahead of us. 3 people from school sitting right there. The whole house smells like weed. So when her dad opened the fucking door, I said, oh, fuck. Do you know my mom? That's what I wanted. In my mind, I was like, do you know my mother? Because if you, she was sick. I was trying to bring her soup. And these niggas came with me, and then they ate the soup. So that was going to come up with some shit. And he was like, get the fuck out He cursed at me, and I was just like, oh my God, that sounds familiar. He came, he was pissed. The man was upset. So these dudes, my boys, are just like, all right, man, it is what it is. Let's go back to the school. And I said, excuse the fuck out of me? Sir. You want me to go back outside when it's not time for me to be out there walking? No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that at all. I'm going to stay right in this building until at least 4:30. Because you got to get the time frame right. I live 45 minutes away from the school. If I get to the house too early, what are you doing here early? If I get there too late, what took you so long? I was trying to hit the same time frame I knew from when she lived to my house was a 20-minute walk. So I knew that I had to leave at a certain time to get there at the time that I usually get there when I come out of school. I really hope Anthony's not here watching this. I'm giving him clue. I'm giving him too much right now. Oh my God. So I'm like, nah, we're gonna stay in the building. I'm not going out there. I was petrified to get caught. Cause it's my first fucking time. I did not want to, my first time to get caught is like, no, I'm not doing it. So they were like, then what the fuck are we gonna do? We went to the roof. Like I said, it was a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Is Anthony here? So we were pretty much, I took him to the roof. We read the Bible. We were just praying to Moses and all of them that, hey, we're going to get out of this, even if it takes us building a boat. And we went to the roof. So my boy had a beautiful idea. And he said, let's smoke. And I said, I've dabbled quite a little bit. I'm down for it, sir. Let's do it. My stress levels was high. I didn't know what to do with my hands a lot of times when this was going on. It's just, we needed a relaxation. So the lock is broken. So that doesn't even have the little stick that comes out to lock it to the frame. It doesn't even have that. The whole lock is broken in this fucking door. So we're like, cool. There ain't nobody can lock us out. We cool. And we gonna chill up here. We gonna, do what we do while I do a little what do best. He rolls up, we smoking. My boys got a little fucking radio about that fucking big. We were gonna go over there, we're gonna start doing that record shit. You know how you listen to the radio and then whatever you like, whatever song you like or whatever, you hit record and record and it records it. So we make our little mixtapes. So he brought his radio and he was like, yo, we're gonna make some mixtapes and do all this other shit. And that was cool because we were listening to music, we were gonna smoke, probably eat something real quick. That was what we were gonna do. So we halfway did it, but you know, it sucks when your batteries wore out. That's last, but it did wear out. It fucking sucked. So we there, smoking and we're listening to the radio. We just chilling and we talking and we just making jokes and roasting each other and just having a grand time. Really, it wasn't a bad time. It kind of fucked up because we have to be outside and shit like that, and we have to use the bathroom. We're kind of fucked, but it was a good time spent on that roof, just smoking, chilling, and listening to music. That door swings open. When I tell you that whole weed experiment, it went away. It wasn't in me anymore. I know I was sitting on there's like a little step thing that they have there. I was sitting on that. My face was facing the door. And I saw the door swing open and there was a person standing right there. Ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you that I almost tripled shit myself and I froze and I said, oh fuck, does he know my mom? Because if you don't know my mom, I don't give a fuck if you catch me. And you could kick me out, tell me to go to another roof, do whatever you want. We hung out on roofs all the fucking time, all around the city. That's what we did. But do you know my mom is the question. Because I know if somebody sees it, they're going to tell her. Like I'm afraid right now, they're going to tell her. And it's going to get back to me. Like, it's going to get back to me in the moment that something good is about to happen. Like if my mom says, oh, we're going to go buy from Leo and Son's Pizza. That's my favorite pizzeria in Brooklyn, Marcy Avenue. You already know what it is. And all that. That's my favorite pizza. If she tells me we're going to eat Leo's Son's Pizza on Friday, I'm going to be excited about it. That's something I'm going to look forward to. And then if somebody tells them Friday afternoon she's walking to go get the fucking pizza and she runs into this motherfucker, he's going to tell her. And guess who's not getting the fucking pizza? Because Mr. Nosy motherfucker wanted to go and break open a door in a roof. What are you doing on a roof anyway? Like, it's the morning. Don't you have a fucking job, bro? Go sell or build something. And it was this Hispanic dude. I don't know where he's from. He was speaking some type of Spanish. And what are the Spanish that talk like that real fast Spanish? And eloquent. I think it's Colombia or whatever. But all I heard is says, what the fuck are you guys doing on this roof? And who's got the weed? So I was like, oh, if he's a cop, then I'm triple fucked. Oh, I'm quadruple fucked. I pondered for 2 seconds to do some Spider-Man type shit. And maybe I could do like a flip over a fence onto a ladder and then kick it, and then the ladder goes down and then takes me down with him like a superhero. Fall to the alley, run out to the street, look both ways, because you always have to look both ways before you cross the street. Always. Look both ways, see the coast is clear, go back up, and then go up to the roof, get behind the guy, drop kick him, karate style, and then he gets unconscious and then doesn't remember that I was there. I don't give a fuck if he remembers my boys. As long as he doesn't remember me, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with the consequences that they have to suffer. I'm willing to do that. Because they've never got hit by my mom. That's why. Because she hurts when she hits. He tells us to get the fuck out of the roof, or else he's gonna call truancy or whoever. And then he wanted to get names. I was like, this is not a great idea. My mother always told me never to talk to strangers. So I'm never gonna give a stranger my real name. He came to me, I told that nigga that I was Larry or some shit like that. I don't know what the name I gave him, but I gave him a false identification. So if he was a cop, I would have been quadruple fucked. And we all walk slow because we high. Like, so we not gonna, if he tells us to leave, sir, we will up here because it's illegal to smoke it in the street. You know how hard is it to get up from a roof? The verticalation of the whole thing. We're in higher ground, so our breathing is different. We're high. So it's not like we go sprint from where we're at. We need to take our time because we don't want to trip over. We don't want to fall off the roof. We don't want nothing stupid like that to happen on your dime. You're the adult. So we're going to take our time. Hurry up! Hurry up! What are you taking so long? I don't understand why you... Go! Sir! I'm not giving you my name, man. We're starting to go down the stairs, right? Chilling. We pass the floor that the girl lives, and we see the rest of our boys coming out that house. And then he was like, you guys need to stop. And we was like, stop for what? Like, they called truancy and everything, and they set up where they told about you guys and us and everything, and they're sending a paddy wagon to come get us. My first time, bro. This can't happen to me the first time. My heart fucking dropped. I was already writing letters to my girlfriend that I didn't have. I was already writing my will. Like, you know, my Nintendo goes to my dog, Philip. Philip, shout out to you. My cartridges for the game, I'm gonna give it to Alex because fuck Philip. Get it? I'm gonna give him the system. He ain't getting no games with it. And then I'm gonna give him the cartridges and have no system to play it on. It's a double whammy, cause fuck them two, man. My heart dropped. I thought I was done. That's it. It's over. The next time the streets are gonna see me, I'm gonna have a beard. And then he was like, nah, I'm just joking, nigga. Let's get the fuck out of here. And then right there, I knew I didn't like that nigga that said it. The other two didn't say shit. It was him, the main doofus, that said it. Oh, that's funny. Fuck you. So after I picked my nuts up and put them back in the sack, because that's exactly what happened, I became an adult that day. We walk outside, look both ways, and I said, you know what? It's safer, but it will take longer if we just go through this way and just take the longer way to school. Because the more we walk this way, the further we get from our neighborhood. It's gonna take a little bit longer, add another like 15, probably another 20 minutes on it, but you know what? We'll get back there safe. And then if we want, we could even chill at the park and know nothing's gonna happen in that park because that's where everybody goes to cut class. They go to that park. So let's just take it because this way, at this time, we're gonna get fucking bagged, bro. So we took the long way. And we're walking. We stopped by a place, we got some food. We started to eat, and then we kept on walking to the park. When we get to the park, this is McCarrion Park. Shout out to McCarrion Park over there in Greenpoint. Shout out to everybody out there in Greenpoint. Facts. We go to McCarrion Park, and then it's packed. Like, it was already time that everybody was like already cutting and leaving and fucking doing their own thing. And the park was packed. There was a lot of kids there. We were playing handball. Everything was copacetic. Everything was cool. My boy and me played about 2 to 3 rounds of handball. I look at the time, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get walking to the crib. Because at this time, I'm supposed to be at home. I'm supposed to be already walking. So if I pass by the front of the school in exactly 15 minutes, it's going to look exactly like I just came out of school. Because my mom and my dad used to pop up and pick me up. I didn't know if they were going to come pick me up. I didn't know if any of that was going to happen, but just in case, I need to be in front of that building at this time. And there's no question about it. So I was like, if I walk now, I can make it. And he was like, all right, bet. Here, you want to smoke this on the way? So I'm over here thinking that I'm over in fucking Sam Jackson. And I was like, yeah, I'll smoke it on the way, thinking I'm fucking cool. Bro, my whole mental was, I don't want to get caught by my parents. If I walk up to my parents, if their car is right there and I go to, and I'm blitzed, I'm gonna get even in more trouble. Because I'm not going to know how to say anything when I'm fucked up. So I'm smoking. And I'm like, I'm looking at my watch and I'm walking. I'm looking at my watch and I'm walking. And I'm blitz already. And I'm looking at my watch and I'm walking. And then I see the front of the school and I was like, okay, I could calm it down a little bit, walk slower, because I got time. I'm going. I don't see my mom or my dad nowhere. I don't see the car nowhere. I'm like, dude, I'm gravy. Walked, hit the corner, hit another block, and then I started walking to get to the house. I get to the house, my dad's car is parked right there. My mom and my dad are coming out the car, and they're going up the stairs as I'm turning the block. My mom's got grocery bags and a whole bunch of shit. And she comes out, she tells me, where were you? And I was like, what do you mean, where was I? She's like, where were you? She was like, I went in front of the school at 2:35 and you weren't in front of the school. We were going to pick you up to go do groceries. And I was like, what? Because in my mind, it's like 3 o'clock right now. So that's the time. That's the time that I measured. And I look, it's 5:30. And then I told her, oh, when I came out of school, a couple of my friends wanted to go to the park and go play handball in the park and everything. She was like, yeah, I figured. And we went over there and you weren't there either. And I said, I don't know what to tell you, Ma. Maybe you caught me when I was in the middle of taking a piss. I don't know. I remember we went to go get food. Somebody got hurt and I went to aid the person that got hurt and I was bending down a lot. So you probably didn't see me because I was bending down, helping people continue living. She had a bruise. I had to put a Band-Aid on it. I was doing things, Ma. I was saving people. I don't know. And then my father passed by me. He's like, I know you go class. I'm not stupid. And then walked up the stairs. And then to this day, never been spoken about again. Because that was one of the they had a suspicion. They didn't have the proof. So therefore, that would have been an unworthy ass whooping that they would have given me. And that's the story of the first time I cut class. I love you guys. I'm going to talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a great rest of the night. And I hope you guys have a great day tomorrow. And I'll see you guys later.
Get money, stay high. Go to YouTube for story time with Ray Vibe. We say he's a great guy.